good afternoon to you, and many thanks for making time to be with us here on Trending News on Lookuptv on this 27th day of September 2023. Beg your pardon. Remember, you can watch this bulletin live across our social media platforms at Lookuptv on Facebook and YouTube. Now, kickstart this bulletin with matters, dialogue, talks, and various stakeholders today continued submitting the proposals to the National Dialogue team led by Wiper Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka and the National Assembly Majority Leader Kimani Ichung'wah. Now, the talks did enter day 25 today with various stakeholders giving their proposals. Let's just listen in to what the stakeholders had to say.
Question, I'll leave that to the chair. On the issue of extrajudicial killings, we have, of course, what has been explained by Honorable Waiganjo, but beyond that, as an authority, we have clarity on what we are doing. The cases we are able to investigate where it has been determined through investigations that we are able to identify the people responsible in those enforced disappearance or in extrajudicial killing have been taken through investigations. However, where we are not able to determine directly the police involvement, the commission or the authority has decided that it will undertake public inquiry, which will be able to, to determine exactly the circumstances and also determine accountability. So I think that is all I would want to clarify.
When you are still on the floor,
yes.
What about the other, you see, when you stretch your imagination in terms of the electoral injustices?
Yes.
There were complaints here by officers who were assaulted, murdered, etc., etc.
Yes.
There's been little police. Please also.
There were the reports, of course, cases we are handling where IBC officers were assaulted.
On to some exciting news, and the East African countries, Kenya, Uganda and Tanzania, will jointly co-host the 2027 Africa Cup of Nations under the Pamoja bid. The decision was made today in Cairo, Egypt, where the three countries were handed the hosting rights. This decision comes just days after Sports Cabinet Secretary Ababu Namwamba handed over Kasarani International Stadium, Nyayo Stadium and the Kipchoge Keino Stadium in Eldoret to the military for renovation. Of course, this is a huge moment for the three African countries that directly translates to Kenya participating in the 2027 African Cup of Nations Games. A promise delivered by the Ministry of Sports, of course, and the national government entirely. Now we will be bringing you that story later on in our subsequent bulletins, or rather an extensive story on that particular bid in our subsequent bulletins. We move forward now, and 22 students from Elgeyo Marakwet County are set to travel to Australia to advance their education at CIC University, courtesy of a specialized educational program spearheaded by Governor Wesley Rotich. Now, according to the governor, CIC University Australia is extending a generous 62% scholarship opportunity to students pursuing a diverse range of courses. The tuition fee significantly reduced to 600,000 shillings.
Going to get 100 for this university. We are getting another 100 for Torrance. Na hiyo university ya America yenye tulipeleka vijana watatu, we have another 12 going. Wametupatia 42 scholarships. Hiyo 62%, 42, and we have 12. So we still have a lot of it. We have done 22 to Canada. Na mimi mwenyewe nilienda ya Canada. At least Canada naweza sema this decision ya Pepe is personal. Nikasema Mungu, kama ni kuanguka, wache nianguke. Na kama ni kupona, wache watu wapone. Kuanguka si nikukatazwa tu. Nikasema ile kitu mzungu anaweza nimaliza ni kunikataza. It is open. Ukiona wamama wenye walikuwa nasimama hapa ni wamama both hustlers na matajiri, kila mtu anaenda. Hakuna mtu anafungiwa. It's the program for the poor, for the rich, for the short, for the tall, for everyone. Kila mtu akuje. Kiwa ready, kanyaga hapa kesho. Ofisi apply, the universities respect me, you can even get your letter within 24 hours. Kama ya US is 24 hours.
Wengine tulijaribu kutumia agents, lakini hatukuweza. Pesa ambayo inahitajika huko, sijui inahitaji uuze shamba kiasi gani ndio itoshe agent. But because of our beloved governor, today we are here. Hatukuitishwa hiyo bank statement thing.
We still have other parents who want their students to go up to Australia or anywhere else.
Now on to matters agriculture, and over 80 farmers under Siaya County Agro Dealers Association have established a 5-year strategic plan that aims at improving the services which they have been offering to farmers across the region and enhance food security. Now, speaking during the launch of the strategic plan 2023 to 2028, the association's leaders stated that the strategic plans which will help them are, of course, to self-regulate and ensure they offer better services to both crops and livestock farmers.
County, the government, employees numbers have dwindled, and therefore we have to form a big collaboration with the agro dealers to be able to develop the farmer on the resource-based management model that is anchored in the better blueprint, that is the bottom-up economic transformation agenda of the Kwanza government of the day.
For instance, today we were launching the Agro Dealer Association Strategic Plan for Siaya County. This is basically a plan that defines the vision and mission of the association, and also looks at the strategic objectives that the associations need to achieve over time, and of course looking at also the implementation plan and phases, because this is a 5-year strategic plan. Once they have done the implementation, they're going to look at evaluation of the processes that have undertaken to achieve the objectives in this plan, and of course a feedback loop, a 360 feedback loop that ensures that whatever they're implementing, the membership have a feedback system or mechanism that feeds into the overall objective of this strategic plan.
Today we are launching the strategic plan 2023-2028, whereby we are targeting to increase the number of members of this association and also to make our services better to the farmers of this county. We have realized that food production in Siaya County relies so much on the services that we provide. Therefore, we've all come together about over 80 agro-dealers in Siaya County so that we can self-regulate ourselves, so that we also make our services we provide better services to our farmers, and also to collaborate with the county government in terms of service delivery.
Now, as the world marks Suicide Prevention Month, health practitioners and church leaders at Gospel Embassy in Kisii County have condemned the rising cases of suicide among the youth, attributing depression as a major cause. Now, young people have been advised to seek counseling services and medication and turn to the church for spiritual guidance.
Suicide imekuwa challenge sana katika nchi yetu. Imeonekana kuwa Kenya tuko namba 4 kwa watu walio na depression sana, na tumeona sana vijana wadogo wameanza kuonekana kuwa na depression. Society imetrain wanaume kuwa strong people, wenye hawafai kuongea wakiwa na shida, wenye wao ndio wanafaa kuwa like a pillar, wao ndio wanafaa kusupport wengine wako na shida. So inakuwa vigumu kwao kujieleza wakati wako na shida. So muda mwingi wanaficha shida ndani, na wakati mtu anaficha shida ndani zinaendelea kuwa kubwa na zinakuja kutokezea kama depression. Ndio maana unaona watu wengi wanajitoa uhai kwa njia mingi sana.
Kwamba yale masuala yanayowasababisha kujinyonga ni madogo sana, na hakuna swala kwa hili dunia ambalo halina suluhu. Kwa hiyo watu wetu wasijinyonge, wasijiue.
Kuna matibabu ambayo inahusu kupewa madawa kulingana na shida iliyo. Kama labda ako na ugonjwa mwingine, mgonjwa ako na pressure, ako labda na HIV, ama ako na ugonjwa mwingine pia wa kiakili, kwa sababu magonjwa mengine pia ya kiakili huleta depression, atapata matibabu, kuna madawa. Kuna aina ya pili ya huduma ambayo ni ile tunaita counseling. Kujadiliana tu, kuzungumza ili mtu aweze kuona the other side of the coin. Anaweza kuwa anasema kwamba kila mtu hanitaki, sijapata kazi, lakini akikaa akizungumza na therapist anaweza ona kwamba kumbe kulikuwa na suluhu mahali fulani, na suluhu wao wenyewe ndio wanapata. Alafu na sehemu ya tatu ya matibabu ni ile ambayo tunaita social, ambayo ni community. Uko mahali mtu anatoka. Magonjwa ya kiakili yamekuja sana na watu kukataliwa na kukandamizwa. Mtu akisema hata akienda hospitali akipatikana ako na ugonjwa, watu wanajitenga na yeye. Kwa hivyo pia hiyo ya tatu ya matibabu inahitaji community, na ndio hiyo ambayo tunafanya awareness sasa.
Now, hundreds of residents in Sharab and Chari wards of Isiolo County have benefited from a free eye clinic surgery camp that has been running from Monday. The exercise is courtesy of the county government in partnership with AIC Health Ministries and the Christian Blind Mission Global. Now, residents have been urged to turn out in large numbers and get their eyesight restored or improved, with the consultants noting that cataracts was the main problem encountered as a result of old age. Now, other eye problems identified are said to be caused by trauma and accidents.
Alafu kama anataka uende ukaone daktari mkubwa.
Dr. Kagendo Kahunyo, mimi ni daktari wa macho, nafanya kazi Isiolo County Referral Hospital, na tumekuja Merti kwa sababu ya operations za macho. Tuko hapa kwa sababu ya partnership kati ya Isiolo County Government na CBM through AIC Health Ministries. So tumekuja kufanya surgery za macho ili watu waweze kuona. So sana sana ni cataract surgery ambazo sana kwa sababu ya uzee. Lens ya macho inakuwa na wakati muda unaendelea inakuwa iko na ina hizo changes za uzee. Zimeona kwa sababu ya zimefanya kazi kwa jua kali, kunakuwa na degradation ya hizo proteins. Sio hao tu, hao ndio majority, lakini mtu anaweza pata cataract kutokana na kusema kugongwa ama ajali ambayo tunaita trauma. Any kind of trauma inaweza sababisha cataract.
Continues to hinder educational and economic opportunities for women and girls, causing a gender disparity. Male teachers in Nakuru are changing the narrative. They have taken time to learn about menstrual hygiene and health, and thanks to a joint venture by Nairobi Women Hospital and Young African Women Initiative that seeks to help male teachers to fight menstrual stigma against female pupils and promote menstrual hygiene and health.
Children be reached out and be educated on gender-based violence, how it happens, and the forms of gender-based violence, so that they are able to identify the forms of gender-based violence, and they can be able to report from home, at school, and we realize that we also make sure that they do not violate the rights of other people because of the gender of the other person.
Today we are here on a training with teachers in terms of child protection in regards to gender-based violence. The reasons why we are having teachers, we have realized that those are number one stakeholders that we need to work with, because of the recent past we've been having children who have been abused, and the reporting has been underreported, and we felt like there is need for us to collaborate with the schools, where basically teachers are the ones who spend most of the times with these children.
It's good to learn that a girl child has a father figure, and the teachers are the first fathers to them. When they learn these things, they help them. In fact, when these girls have menses, they'll be very comfortable talking to each and every teacher, regardless of their gender, whether it's a male, whether it's a female, and they feel so nice being appreciated, and it's not something that they should be ashamed of.
Now remember, in our earlier story we did allude to Kenya, Uganda and Tanzania, of course, winning the bid to host the 2027 Africa Cup of Nations. That is a momentous occasion, not only for Tanzania and Uganda, but we as a country in, of course, a move that will see Harambee Stars compete against Africa's best football teams. The Pamoja bid, of course, was a bid to host the 2027 Afcon, and we are battling for that chance together with Senegal and Botswana. And luckily enough, now this is a chance for the government to improve not only stadiums that will host these games, but as well training facilities. And guess what? In 4 years' time, the African Cup of Nations will be played not only here in the capital Nairobi at the Moi International Sports Center, Kasarani and Nyayo Stadium, but as well at the Kipchoge Keino Stadium in Eldoret, which its renovation had stalled 4 years now. And by the way, just so you know, the 3 stadiums were handed over to the military by Sports CS, that is Ababu na Mwamba, for upgrading ahead of that particular tournament in 2027. Like I said earlier, we'll be bringing a subsequent story on that in our bulletins at 7 and 9 p.m. That is a moment of history for the 3 African countries. Now, alongside that, we'll bring you many other stories at exactly 9 p.m. Of course, top among them, the Treasury CS Njuguna Ndungu, who is currently answering questions from lawmakers in the National Assembly, as well as the stakeholders who are still, of course, continuing to give their proposals or their views in regards to many issues, top among them the high cost of living and the reconstitution of the IEBC. They're giving their views before or to the dialogue team led by Kimani Ichung'wah, the majority leader in the National Assembly, and Wiper leader Kalonzo Musyoka, who is representing leading the Azimio side in those particular talks. Now, until then, do have yourself a lovely evening, and remember you can visit our website www.lookuptv.co.ke just to get an overview of the stories making headlines across the 47 counties and even across our borders. Until then, do a lovely evening, and like always, God bless.